Oh, hey there, and welcome back to another Coffee with Meg. I'm your hostess, Meg, and today I'm going to show you all the cool things you can do with Google Maps that you could use in your classroom. First thing is, you're going to bring up a Google tab, and you're going to use the berry menus and go down and find where it says Maps and click on it. You can also always type in Google Maps in the URL. Here, I already have it pulled up. Once you're up, you're going to start. You can look at this hamburger menu and you click on it. You will see all these really cool things that you can do in Google Maps. But for today, we're going to click on Your Places. Once you're on Your Places, this tab will show up. You have your labeled, you have any saved places, any places you visited, and any other maps that you made. I'm personally going to go down here to create a map and click on create a map. And today's map, I'm going to take us to one of my favorite places, and that is good old Disneyland. I start typing in Disneyland, options will pop up. I'm going to select Disneyland Park, and I'm going to magically appear Disneyland. One of the coolest things that I can do, and I'm going to move myself over, is that down here on the right-hand corner, you'll see a zoom in, which is the plus, and a zoom minus. This also gives me the marker for Disneyland, but I'm going to take that off right now. So I can zoom in to see more of the park and more detailed of the rides and the attractions at Disneyland. I could also zoom out if I wanted to see a bigger map of what surrounds Disneyland. Another thing I'm going to do before I start anything else, because as most important in putting names, is also putting titles. So I'm going to map my title, and I'm going to call it Disneyland. And you can add a description and write, my trip to see the mouse. And click save. Once I'm in here, I can use the redo or the undo button to redo or undo anything that I've done on my map. I can use the selected item, and it looks like a hand, and it lets me move myself around to see the different parts of the rides. I can also use this add marker tool. And what I'm going to use the add marker tool for is to mark the rides and the attractions that I want to see at Disneyland. So I first roll down all the way down to the entrance of Disneyland, and I'm going to click add marker, and it'll give me a little plus mark, and wherever I want to click, I can just select. And I can title it entrance. And here I can play where I go into the park. Also, what's cool is I can add images or videos, and I could click on the little camera and I could upload from my computer or a URL or my personal photos or Google Drive, or I can use image search or YouTube search or YouTube URL. For this one, I'm going to use a Google image search, and I'm going to put entrance to Disneyland Park. And I'm going to have all these great options to choose from. And I'm just going to find one that I really like, which I'll use this one. And I'm going to select it and hit select. And now I have a pretty picture to go with it. I will hit save. Once I hit save, I can also do things like change the color of my marker. And because it is Disneyland, I'm going to go with a shade of red. I can also change edit. I can also change the photo. I can also get directions to here, and I also can delete this feature. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go find a first ride that I like. And because I go to Disneyland with my family a lot, and my aunt and uncle taught us that the first ride we always ride is the Pirates of the Caribbean. So I found the Pirates. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to click my mouse. I'm going to write first ride. And then in my description, I'm going to put family tradition. And this time, I'm going to actually try to do a YouTube and find the Pirates of the Caribbean. And here's Pirates. And I'm going to type in the ride so I can get a better search. And I know I spelled Caribbean wrong, but I still found it. So I'm going to hit select. And now if I click on it, I can see a little YouTube video of it. And I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to change the marker color to my reddish color. I'm going to find more one to ride. After we usually ride Pirates of the Caribbean, we like to go over to the Haunted Mansion. So I'm using my selective tool to move over to the Haunted Mansion. And I'm going to add another marker onto my Haunted Mansion. And I'm going to put second ride. And I'm going to put ooh, just because it's a scary ride. And I'm going to do what I did earlier and go here and go Haunted Mansion ride. And I'm going to click here and hit select. And again, now I have a Haunted Mansion ride video. I'm going to hit save and I'm going to change my tool to red.